Jericho Bowen, if you're watching this, please don't do this. Please reconsider your decision.
A man pleads for a teenager with a debilitating disease not to prematurely end her life.
Now, an Appleton teen who sparked a nationwide debate on the right to die has passed away. Jericho Bowen lived with a severe form of spinal muscular atrophy. As our Casey Geraldo tells us, Jericho will be remembered for her smile.
Her mom fulfilled Jericho's one wish this summer, throwing her a prom right here. Jericho lived with almost constant pain and was supported by friends and family when she chose to end her.
That was 10 years ago, on my 23rd birthday, but it feels like an eternity. Honestly, I don't even recognize the man in that video anymore. Little did I know how many more trials and tribulations lie ahead of me. I had just graduated university with my undergrad, ready to face the world. I was dead on arrival. Hello, my name is Jordan Schrader. I'm 33 years old, and today is my birthday. It was July 2016. One of my cousins had randomly reached out to me about a teenage girl with spinal muscular atrophy from Appleton, Wisconsin, who was going viral at the time after making a public announcement to partake in end-of-life hospice. The support for her decision was overwhelming. My cousin says to me that I need to say something, so I did.
23-year-old Jordan Schrader is living with spinal muscular atrophy, SMA for short. It's a debilitating disorder, robbing individuals of their ability to walk, eat, and sometimes even breathe on their own.
And I'm not going to allow my disability to determine my future, determine who I am, and most importantly, I'm not going to let this disability determine my happiness and determine my quality of life.
Schrader says he was surprised to hear a teenager in Appleton, 14-year-old Jericho Bowen, is also suffering from SMA. Bowen made headlines last Friday when her classmates and friends threw her a special prom.
It makes my heart explode. It's so crazy that people want to come for little me.
It was Bowen's last wish before she plans to turn off her ventilator at the end of the summer.
For 2 weeks, the story was everywhere. No one else had really made any public pushback on it. But when I did, controversy inevitably followed, resurfacing a dialogue on what is the quality of a life anyway. Is it really worth living a life completely dependent on the mercy of others? People were split. At that time, I looked at it through a very binary narrative of polar opposite extremes. Either yes, life is amazing, or no, existing is not the same thing as living. And you know, since then, I wished I were dead many times. I think to myself, maybe I should have gone with her. And no matter how hard I tried, I just knew I had to keep going. A few years later, I graduated seminary and was bound and determined to finally remove my feeding tube that kept me alive for, at that point, 27 years. Of course, I had complications that put me right back in the hospital for a collective 7 weeks. But I knew I still needed to make it out alive. One night at 3 a.m., I lie in my cold sweat, praying. Did I make the right decision? Is this all my life is going to be? Will the rest of my life be nothing but return trips to the hospital, scaring all of my loved ones over and over again? Like the mighty Odysseus, I just wanted to go home. So I made it home. Despite all of the battles with monsters, I had to keep fighting to live and fight for my dreams. I became an award-winning filmmaker. I became an ordained pastor. I live on my own, and I'm still celebrating this life with all of my God-given friends and family. And I'm not the only one.
I remember reading about SMA, and SMA was the first website I came to.
They offered lots of publications, lots of information on a topic that isn't very well known. They've been able to connect us with other families. Those have become my best friends. The conference is very important for all of my kids. It's so important for them to get to see other families experiencing life the same way we do.
It was a game changer for us, and I just felt so determined. When I left there, I was like, we can do this, because I've met all these families who do it every day, and I know that we can do this.
Donating.
It used to mean that you might never live a full life.
But that's before Cure SMA helped change the game.
Cure SMA is the leading national organization that represents and advocates for individuals with spinal muscular atrophy. We were founded by a group of families of children with SMA, really at a time when there was very little hope. We've invested a lot of money into research, and we've had a lot of great success. 2016 was our very first SMA treatment that was approved. Since then, we've had 2 others that are really either slowing or stopping the progression of the disease. We're also working to try to advocate for and empower individuals with SMA, ultimately changing the lives of people in the SMA community.
Cure SMA fights for everyone with SMA, and I fight with them.
Cure SMA.
The disabled life has completely changed in just the past 10 years. We are living longer, we are getting married, we are working, we are spreading the message to the world that this life, this broken life, is still worth living. In the words of a good friend of mine, the progress of the past decade is not just a story of scientific innovation. It's also a story of a community that has challenged expectations, celebrated achievements, and inspired others by showing that a diagnosis does not define a person's potential or identity. And despite all that, I recognize that my life is still full of regret, hurting other people, betrayal, all things I never thought I would do, but I did them anyway. What's my life gonna look like coming up? What's gonna change in the next 10 years of not just my life, but other disabled people as well? Will I have my own ministry, my own church? Or will I get married? Will I have my own family? Will something happen and I'll get divorced? Will I suffer through addiction and end up straight back in the hospital? Who knows? All of our pain and suffering will surely pass and is but a grain of sand on the beaches of eternity. To this day, I still pray for that girl's family, and I hope you are too. She's not here anymore, but let's all remember that no matter how many times we go through life and that we should all be dead, but we're still here, to remember that this life is still worth living. Thank you.